Okay, now we have the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, tweeting on Jayant Sinha's rebuttal on his father Yashwant Sinha's take on the present decisions taken by the government with regards to the economy of the nation. Omar Abdullah saying, and I quote, "Dynasty is nasty, but what the hell? Let's roll out the sun to counter the article written by his father." So that's the tweet by Omar Abdullah, who has just reacted on the article that was first written by Yashwant Sinha, who severely criticized the government's handling of the economy, and then the defense put up by his son Jayant Sinha. Polami joins us for more on this. Polami, Omar Abdullah also taking a dig at the government after the Congress leaped to welcome Yashwant Sinha's criticism of the government's economic management.
That's right. Omar Abdullah is the latest to criticize the government for the manner in which it appears that Mr. Jayant Sinha has been fronted by the government to counter the article which was written by his father, Mr. Yashwant Sinha, in a national TV yesterday, criticizing the government's policy, criticizing the finance minister vis-a-vis the economic slowdown that we're witnessing right now, and certain economic and financial decisions which have been taken, which he argued were detrimental to the way that our economy can grow. And hence, now Omar Abdullah is, of course, taking a jibe at the government. He's referring to a statement which was made very recently by the Vice President himself, when he said that dynasty is nasty. And he's referring to that very statement because dynasty politics is something that the BJP has used to attack the other opposition parties with, especially the Congress with, but even in the case of the National Conference, to which Mr. Omar Abdullah belongs. And he's referring to that statement of the Vice President, and also referring to the fact that Mr. Jayant Sinha, it appears, who has put out an explanation for why the economy is in the position that it is, and how many steps and structural reforms the government has taken, in order to ensure that growth is on the right track. How Mr. Jayant Sinha, it appears, as the opposition is alleging, has been fronted by the government in order to give on his father.
And now it's Yashwant Sinha himself responding to his son Jayant Sinha's rebuttal on the economy debate. Speaking exclusively to India Today, the senior BJP leader has said, and I quote, "I don't feel ridiculed if my son refutes my claims. It just means that the government is joining the debate." Let's listen in.
On India Today, we are joined by the man in the eye of the storm, former Finance Minister Yashwant Sinha. So welcome on India Today. Now the real question is, the points that you made, many rationalists hail as valid. Are you disappointed that the government responded in this fashion? All your points were rebutted and ridiculed?
No, I don't think anyone has ridiculed the points. They have been rebutted, and it's a duty of the government to join issue with me. So I don't take it amiss at all. I mean, they have joined issue, they have said what they had to say. I expect them to take further steps now to correct the weaknesses which have crept in our economy so that the country can move forward.
Okay, Yashwant Sinha there after his explosive article on the government's economic policies, which triggered, in fact, a war of words waged by none other than his son and Minister Jayant Sinha, slamming his father's charge that the economy is in shambles. Jayant Sinha said that sweeping conclusions are being drawn from a narrow set of facts. In fact, coming to the government's defense, Jayant Sinha says, and I quote, "Structural reforms are just not desirable. They are necessary to create a new India, and the government is creating a robust new economy that will power long-term growth." The former finance minister and senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram was quick to back Yashwant Sinha, slamming Minister Jayant Sinha, saying his article reads like a government press release. In fact, Jayant Sinha spoke to India Today's managing editor Rahul Kanwal on the 22nd of September about the economic slowdown. Let's listen in.
It's very important that we don't over-interpret one quarter's numbers. So we really have to look at the longer term trends. We have to understand the fundamental structural changes that are happening in the economy, and then ask ourselves, what is it that we can do to accelerate these very important structural changes? So I am not too worried about what has happened in one quarter. I'm much more interested in what's happening at a structural level. Now, the transformational changes that we brought about in the economy, the formalization of the economy through GST, through demonetization, the changes in public financing, the changes in monetary policy, the JAM, DBT, all of these very profound structural changes that are underway are setting the stage for very solid and very robust growth in the long term.
But a political war has begun over the economy debate. A couple of reactions coming in. So Yashwant Sinha criticizing the government's economic management, but his son Jayant Sinha today coming to the defense of the government, giving out a very detailed report on the various economic policies of the government. And we're going to be bringing out those comparisons of what the father and son had to say about the economic health of the country. Yashwant Sinha's attacked finance minister has made a mess of the economy, but Jayant's defense, he refers to articles saying that they have probably missed or ignored the fundamental structural reforms that are transforming the economy, stressing on just how important it is for the economy and a new India. Yashwant Sinha saying demonetization fueled economic crisis. Jayant Sinha's defense saying that demonetization is a game-changing effort. He even talks about the other measures, whether it's the goods and services tax and also the other measures taken by the government. Clearly, Jayant Sinha saying that the new economy promises to be innovation-driven. It promises to create jobs. It also promises to be transparent. So that really was the stress by Jayant Sinha. Yashwant Sinha's attack that there's a fear factor in BJP's policies. He claims that there are a lot of people in agreement with Yashwant Sinha of the kind of mess that the various policies have created in the Indian economy, but people are just scared to speak up. But Jayant Sinha disagreeing, in fact, also saying that there is enough data and the data, in fact, that he refers to those articles is inadequate to draw conclusion. That is the big economy debate between the father and son.